What's up, guys? So, fair warning, first thing, this video is entirely me talking, so if you don't like listening to me talk, I'm sorry, I don't blame you. But I thought a lot about what I'm going to say. It's basically everything that I think I screwed up on the last bug video. I think I was anxious to put a video up. I was excited I got the roll cage material. I kind of jumped the gun. However, with what I did in the last video, it allowed me to see what I need to change, what is not going to work. And I watched a couple other YouTube videos and looked at some pictures online and kind of got just some other ideas flowing. And I think I came up with a better idea. It's going to be a little more work. We're going to backtrack a little bit, but I think it's going to make the entire project better. And I think we'll be able to possibly put the bug back together. Don't know. One thing I do want to address real quick. A couple of guys said that they're getting uninterested in the channel, and one said he's shutting off notifications for the channel. If I'm getting boring, if you guys don't like what I'm doing, if I'm doing something wrong, like, tell me. I read all the comments. Half the stuff I've done on these projects have been from your guys' ideas. So if I'm repetitive, if I know I think I talk too much. This entire video is me talking, but you get the point. If I'm doing something wrong, if you think I'm getting boring, if you think I'm repeating myself, if you think I don't know, like, tell me. I'm open to advice. I listen to you guys. So okay, without further ado, we'll get into what I'm thinking now. So the two big concerns in the last video was the height of this, and I didn't like how far in that bar was, and then we ran into the door bar problem. Almost all of you said to just bend the door bar. Great idea, I like it. What all this kind of got me thinking about, so the first thing I was trying to look at is this. I was like, how can we drop this? Basically, without the bug almost sitting on the ground, it's going to be impossible to drop this all the way down. However, we can get this down about 3 inches. So this is, I think this was right at, it was like 5 3/4. So if we could drop this 3 inches, I think I can live with that. So the plan to do that is, so cut, this will also allow us to push the bug in a little bit more is what I'm thinking. So this line, I want this to butt up with the MR2, right? Up front. So if we cut at this line, and then we cut this bottom, so basically from this flat point down, so the side of this basically, cut all this out to here. Then get some more of this angle iron, weld it with the lip sticking out like such. Okay, so imagine this flipped like such. The flat part of it will be here, and then the top part of it will be sticking out, okay? Now if we come over to here, what I'm thinking is just taking that hoop off, and I'm probably gonna get a different one bent. Reason being, I'll come back over here in just a moment. Reason being is this bar is gonna have to come down a little bit in order to lower the body. So to keep that away from my head, we'd want to line it up with this basically. So to do that, really this bar should just come straight up, and it should make that 90 here, right next to this, instead of coming, like I said, this was from a Civic. It was an idea. I think this is gonna work better. So pay the money, get some more metal, come up and straight over, okay? That will allow me to put that bar all the way over here. So even if it's lower, my head's gonna be way the heck over here, should be completely out of the way. And I'm gonna brace it because I didn't do that the first time, and that may or may not have screwed stuff up. So I'm gonna run bracing from the back to the front and probably do some X's down, something like that. Then what I'm thinking, to get this to move over, I'm thinking cut into this, okay? Maybe cut that section out, fold it in, or maybe cut this out completely. Move this over as far as we need to. We're not gonna be able to go over too far because the bug's gonna, we could even put this in, but we'll figure that out. So cut into this, move this over. With this, I think the original plan was to cut along this. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then that L on the bug is just gonna sit on here. So the body will sit, sorry. The body will sit down here, and it'll rest on this like it is already, but it'll be dropped. And back here, cut this out. This is gonna stay in about the same position, but cut this out. Someone mentioned that this post needs to be sitting flat. So we'll cut this, make a taller bar, send this straight down to the ground, cut this out so I can weld a plate in nicely. And then I think this should, okay, so we're gonna take, that's 1.5 inches right there. So we're gonna take 1.5 inches off so we can put it in 1.5 inches more than we were before. And then depending on how this works out, we have, the last time I measured the bug, we had a 7-inch gap. So give or take on that, that wasn't an exact science. Both sides were sitting on in as far as they could go, 1.5 inches, or 7 inches, sorry. So if we have 1.5 inches on there, we would need, what, inch and a half, 2.5? Sorry, okay, so 1.5 inches on there. If we can go 2 inches in on here, if we can bring it in 2 inches more than what it is, we could potentially weld the bug back together without spacing it out. Looking at it, so my original concern with keeping the bug width stock was the steering wheel distance to the door. As you can see from here, there's a ton of room this way. So if we can bring this in, we'd only have to bring this in 3.5 inches, which would be to about there. I mean, from here to here, I think that's plenty of room. But the nice thing is with this plan is we can figure that out, and if that's too close, then we can just back it off and I'll build some more stuff down there and we'll widen it like it is. But we have the potential now to basically just weld the bug back together, which would save time and money. So in a nutshell, that's what I'm thinking. Cut the sides and kind of sort of start over, but not really. So cut the sides, weld that lip on the bug, drop it down, and see how far in we can bring it. Redo the cage correctly. I think the A-pillar bars are still gonna work. We just need that angle where it comes up, over, and then up and over. If we can just send it up and over, I can keep those bars way away from my head, and then it doesn't really matter if they're closer to my head. We'll have padding, I'll have a helmet. I think that's just a better idea in general. The other concern I have with bringing the bug into its normal width is these the shock towers. The bar isn't hitting the bug. This was sitting pretty much right up to it. The nice thing is we could just cut literally this section around it and we'd only be losing that one bolt hole for the fender. And then this could potentially stick out of the fender just a little bit, and then the fender will cover it. What else? Myself, I realize now if we put this in, like I said, and this will be sticking out, this is also gonna drop 3 inches. So this will be here and in. So I don't really know, but we'll get to that. I mean, if we had to sacrifice a little, I don't know, we'll figure that out. But yeah. Okay, this will also be nice because if we can bring this bar over, my original plan was to cut that hoop right there and send it from this bar straight forward, wrap it around here, and then send it down to this subframe part. Not subframe, but whatever you want to call that, unibody frameage. So send that straight forward, wrap it around, send it down, do a gusset here that will strengthen that pretty well. So I don't know if I missed anything. I'm talking kind of fast. I'm really tired. Let's see. Okay, so I think I covered everything that I was thinking about. A big thing, this is huge too, because now everything on the bottom is going to be open again, and I can go in and reinforce that. A lot of you guys mentioned it. We've all kind of been concerned about it, but now I have the opportunity to go back in and actually strengthen it the way we want it. So redo the roll cage. I'm sorry, I think I just got excited, and I think I need to just slow down. I want this to be done at a certain point. I'm basically throwing that date away, and we're just gonna move along as we do and just take our time and think things through a little bit more. I definitely jumped the gun and I just got excited. So one step at a time. A lot of you have been asking about Mina. He just had a kid, so he's very busy right now. A lot of you have been asking about the Civic. We had to send the AEM ECU back to AEM to have a couple things repinned, and it's been taking a minute. It should be back to us by the 10th-ish. So there's your update on that. There's your update on the bug. I apologize. I rushed and got excited, but I think that might be the best game plan that we've had for this whole time. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching. I have a lot of work to do this week, so I'm pumped now. So I'm gonna get started on all of it and see how fast I can get it done, and then get a hold of Sean, tell him about the new idea, and just go from there and see what happens. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Comment, all that jazz. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna get to work, and we'll see how quickly we can get back into this. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later.